bottom line is Israel is starting a much larger regional war, and
Israel is starting on the 7th of October.
I guarantee you that Jonathan is going to come on here. You're not going to talk over me. I guarantee you Jonathan comes on here and says, America must pay for it. America must die for Israel. That's what he's going to say.
Cenk, you're going to have to learn how to control yourself. I know it's very difficult for you. We just had a very long time to speak, and we were quiet. I promise you can do that. As I was saying...
Sheesh, guys. As you can see, things get freaking heated between Cenk, Candace, Piers Morgan, this other guy that I don't really know, this very pro-Israel guy. It's a good episode today. The debate is so crazy. I'm excited to show it to you guys. By the way, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like the video, and let's see how they got there. Why was Cenk yelling like that? Let's find out together.
Long process of building this up, and to answer the question, yes, Israel can. It'll be tough. It will be, I think, very, very difficult, and it will be a horrible war. If Israel and Hezbollah go all out against each other, Hezbollah is a very powerful Iranian proxy with tens of thousands of rockets, with the ability and intention to hit and kill thousands of Israeli civilians. And of course, Israel will not be taking that sitting down, and Israel will retaliate. And I'm not going to be surprised to see you and perhaps other people first condemning Israel for defending itself, and then maybe thinking why Israel is doing it. What is happening is that Hezbollah has fired more than 5,000 rockets.
Ugh, I hate his accent. I can barely understand him. By the way, I don't like any accents. Unless you sound like me, please don't talk.
It's at Israel in the past months alone. They have gone a bit unnoticed by international media, and perhaps Israel now is saying enough is enough and we're going to defend ourselves. And if Hezbollah didn't get the message the first time with the beepers, maybe they'll be getting it today with the walkie-talkies. And if they don't get those two messages and understand that they have transgressed and are aggressing against Israeli civilians too much, then maybe perhaps more needs to happen. I, as an Israeli, hope that we won't need to go to that situation, because I know that it will be bad. There will be bloodshed. It will be carnage in Israel and in Lebanon. It is still avoidable, and those who need to stop firing are Hezbollah, who have been firing at Israel for the last 11 months without anybody really condemning it or doing anything about it.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. Cenk, I'll give you the final word on this part of the debate, and then I'm going to say goodbye to you and Jonathan. And Candace, you're going to stay on just for a little bit of a chat after. It's just me and you. So just, Cenk, your response to what Jonathan just said there. Clearly, this is a massive escalation already. Nobody's quite sure how Hezbollah is going to respond. But as Jonathan said, they are equipped to, if they go all out, to have a proper massive major war with Israel, which would have enormous repercussions for the whole region. What is your thought about that prospect?
Yeah, so first of all, there's a correct path here. Take the ceasefire, stop the occupation, 2 states, and let both Israel and the Palestinians live in peace and freedom.
None of this is related to Hezbollah. Sorry to interrupt, but none of this is related to Hezbollah.
It's 100% related to Hezbollah.
No, it isn't. Hezbollah, this Iranian proxy, has nothing to do with Palestinians. Hezbollah has nothing to do with Palestinians. They are Lebanese. They are Shiite Lebanese. They have nothing to do with Palestinians. They have nothing to do with Palestinians. There's not a single Palestinian in Hezbollah. So for you to tie it to Hamas is ridiculous.
No, you're
it is whitewashing.
Ridiculous.
It's the old, tired propaganda against Israel. You have to be honest and address the situation. Hezbollah has nothing to do with Palestinians.
Can Mr. Israel just shut up and let Cenk talk? I mean, gosh. And by the way, it's a shameful day, because I think I have to agree with Cenk in this debate. I have to. Like, he's actually right for once.
Because of the occupation. Are you so stupid you don't understand that?
None of Hezbollah's business. Nothing to do with Hezbollah.
Oh, yeah, all the Muslims. Watch us.
Who appointed Hezbollah? Who appointed Hezbollah other than their Iranian masters to have anything to say about Israel and Palestinians? What have Lebanese militias got to do with it?
You don't want peace. I know. You want to occupy and steal their land as long as humanly possible. I got it.
Hezbollah doesn't have a say. It's not their business. It's Israel and Palestinians. If you were to say,
Okay.
take a ceasefire
Yeah.
with Hamas, I would say that's a valid topic to discuss. What does Hezbollah have to do with Palestinians? Absolutely nothing. The only thing that they have
You're
in common is that
insane.
they are
You think
funded by
Hezbollah is
Iran.
attacking
Okay, let
Israel
Cenk
out of
respond.
thin blue air? Do you actually genuinely believe that Hezbollah is attacking Israel for no reason at all, just because they don't like Jews? No, they're attacking you because of the occupation. Are you so incredibly ignorant that you don't understand that
The
simple
only
concept?
ignorant person here is you, my esteemed colleague to the panel, to be parroting
Yeah.
Iranian talking points and
Yeah, blah, blah, blah,
beaten
blah. I know.
propaganda
Everything
from
is
Palestinians
terrorist.
and
Anyone
Iranians.
who's opposed to
and you
Israel
can't
is
even make a
terrorist.
coherent
Israel
claim.
can murder
You're not
anyone
even
they like,
answering
but they're
what
not
I say
terrorists.
when it
I know,
comes to
I know.
what
And this is where, like, Cenk is making a lot of sense. It's like, how come there's this separate standard when it comes to Israel and a certain group of people? How come they're not allowed to be criticized? And how come it's not terrorism when they kill people? Like, it makes no sense. It doesn't.
What has Hezbollah got to do with Palestinians? Nothing, except that they have the same benefactor,
That's an outrageous
Iran, that is
statement.
providing them weapons. Nothing else. No logical connection, no religious connection, no territorial connection, nothing. Only empty
Piers,
talking
can I
points
just-
from people like you and from Iranian
Yeah.
parrots. That's it.
Yeah. I know. Poor victim Israel. Oh, they just have been humiliated and oppressed and occupied for 57 long years. 5.5 million Muslims, and they're outraged to find out that other Muslims might not love that idea. So this, look, guys, Piers, this is the most important part of this. Right now, the reason I brought up the ceasefire is you could take the ceasefire, and I guarantee you that Hezbollah stops the rocket attacks. That's because that's what not only they've said, our experts say, every single expert in the world says. But instead of taking the ceasefire, what Netanyahu has decided is, in order to protect his own political career, and he's deeply unpopular in Israel and faces corruption charges, but if he signs the ceasefire, the right-wing radicals in his government will leave the government, and Netanyahu will go to election and lose. So he's worried about his own political career. So he has decided to go to war instead. Instead of signing a peace deal, he bombed Hezbollah. Now, you could say, hey, I like that he bombed Hezbollah. You could say that Hezbollah is dirty terrorists, and you could say that everyone who ever opposed Israel is terrorists, and you could say all the things that you want to say. But the bottom line is, Israel is starting a much larger regional war, and
Israel
I
is
guarantee
starting
you,
on the
hold
7th of
on,
October.
I
They attacked
guarantee
us.
you that
They
Jonathan is
attacked
going to
us.
come
We
on
didn't
here.
fire a
You're not
single
going to talk
bullet at
over me.
Hezbollah.
I guarantee you, Jonathan comes on here and says,
attacked us.
America must pay for it.
You can
America must
scream all
die
you
for
want, you
Israel.
don't impress
That's what
me.
he's going to say.
You can scream until tomorrow, you don't impress me even a millimeter.
Candace's face, she's like, what is going on?
Hezbollah
Okay,
attacked
then we can
Israel.
both talk at the same time. Okay,
Hezbollah
let's talk at
attacked
the same
Israel.
time.
We did
This
not
guy
attack
wants you,
Hezbollah.
America,
On the 8th
he
of
wants you
October,
to attack
we
the
were
whole
quiet
Middle
in our
East.
homes, and
He wants you to
Hezbollah
attack
attacked
all
Israel.
Muslims
That
and
is the only thing that
pay
happens.
for
And
it.
by the way, have you ever heard of the Radwan force? Do you know what they're designed to do? They're designed to invade into Israel and do exactly what Hamas did on October the 7th. That is the main reason why
are
Israel
starting a
cannot
war.
live with Hezbollah
starting
deployed
a
on the
war.
border.
Gentlemen, I've got to leave it
You
there.
are starting a war.
Well, I think a war has been being waged actually for quite some time, and we'll see how this now plays out.
But,
clearly,
no, Piers, don't
clearly,
don't
it
don't
has
two
been. I think
sides
if you
this.
I think if you are a terror group who persistently fires rockets at a country, you are at war with them, right? I mean, you may not think you are, but you are.
I don't want to fight it. I don't want America.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Cenk is right. Like, his opinion is correct in my view. Like, I agree with him, but he loses the argument when he freaks out like that. I mean, he looks like an emotional lunatic, which is what he is. So I agree with him, and I freaking hate the fact that I have to agree with him today. It is despicable. It's disgusting, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't really talk about the Israel versus Palestine debate on here because my opinions will probably get me kicked off of here, so I keep my mouth shut because I want to stay on here so I can still make content and yeah, connect with you guys. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get like a little Israel-Palestine debate going on below. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.